Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you find yourself in this weird, wild, wacky world of ours, and welcome to the exciting installment of Darkness in Dublin. This evening's scene is going to take place at the Harold's Cross Cemetery, one of the largest and most infamous in Dublin, where the dead of many centuries have been sent in order to rest, leading right up from the late 1700s to the modern day. Our dear Duncan Campbell will wend and twist his way neath the wrought iron gates into the cemetery proper. It has that odd silence that cemeteries sometimes get, where even though there might be a busy, bustling town just on the other side of those walls here, there is that silent, peaceful tranquility and stillness of the grave. And so we shall join him as he steps inside.
He goes, "Okay, Gran, I'm gonna go do the thing now. Okay."
What, that thing that you could have been doing from the start, you dozy wee twassock?
If you went, my Gran, I swear. He sits down and...
If I wasn't your gran, I'd have whooped your ass to the point you could barely stand up, you dozy wee boy.
Now, we both know that there's no way you would ever hurt me. You can't do it.
Yes, that's because I'm your gran, but if I wasn't your gran, can you imagine what I'd do to you?
If you weren't my gran, you'd be my grandpa, and it'd be a different conversation, wouldn't it?
And I still wouldn't be proud of you.
Yes, you would. I'm your favorite. He has the, because how his group is warriors born and bred. His spirit calling is it's basically a kata that he does. He pulls out like a I can't say it, the skiing do little shank that they wear underneath the kilt. He's got one, and he starts going through a ritualistic basically attack sequence that they do whenever they call fallen warriors to say that they are here to speak and entreat with them, like so they can air their grievances. So it's basically Spirit 2, Entropy 1 to specifically target those type. It's just a call. Somebody will show up or they won't.
All right.
Let me roll that beautiful bean footage in the land of Discord. I didn't need a focus for this, so I'll take my -1 to the difficulty, sir.
Fine. That's fine. Don't worry about it. You're fine.
Let me make my martial arts roll to attempt to lower the difficulty of this. Also. I mean, do you agree?
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Alright then, rolls. So /R. Dex plus martial arts or some other attribute?
Dex plus martial arts.
I might succeed. So 9, 10, 6, 10 dice. Difficulty?
Standard diff.
Oh, that's perfect. Do any of my specialties count for this?
What are your specialties?
My specialties are in martial arts. They are single stick, boxing, backhold wrestling, and spear.
No, they don't really. Not to lower the difficulty. But how many successes did you get anyway?
I got 3.
Well, the maximum it can be lowered is by -3 anyway.
All right. So normally spirit would be 4. So it'd be 6 normally. So it'd be 3. Correct.
Uh-huh.
So slash R. One success.
I mean, you can keep casting.
Okay, I'll do that. Ooh, 2 successes.
Is that 2 more successes or 2
yes,
total?
2 more. So 3 total.
Is that all, or do you want to keep casting? The more you do, the louder the call will be.
All right, cool. I'll do another one. I haven't failed yet, so I'm gonna keep rolling.
Okay.
I'm stupid. Ooh, that's a botch, sir.
Ooh, that's...
Wait, no, it's not a botch. It's just not a success because I actually got a success.
Oh, you can keep rolling then.
The last one. No willpower on this one.
Okay.
Ooh, so 4, 5, 7 successes total.
All right. Okay. You feel the call resonate out from you, almost like something born on the wind. Until... Do you have your spirit sight currently active?
Yeah, but remember, he's Wadare, so he only sees the penumbra of the Shadowlands.
That's fine. You will have seen a number of wraiths around you, spectral beings, ghostly ephemera. However, as the call goes out, you'll see them all vanish. Or rather, for a brief moment, they'll look around, they'll look at you, then their heads will jerk off in one direction. There will be a look of genuine fear and panic, and they will leave.
Oh. I must stand resolute. So,
You see a figure start to appear at one end of the graveyard. The way that the individuals whom fled looked moments before they departed. It is swathed and covered from head to foot in a rather eerie black robe until it throws the robe back. And you will see, one moment, I have a picture, a face looking back at you. A face that is filled with pitiless mirth, is how I'll describe it. It is filled with a joyous, absolute, I'm sorry, a joyless, absolute, almost manic glee. And this is the figure you see looking at you.
and this is what 5 dots enemy I get you.
It walks towards you and it bows very deeply and respectfully.
Is there etiquette involved in this?
You can make the roll if you'd like.
I do.
Roll me intelligence etiquette.
I got Celtic folklore. I got etiquette. Okay, all right, cool.
Celtic folklore, yeah, that'll apply.
Oh shit! Well, that's not good. All right, then. That means so intelligence is 2. Celtic folklore, occult 2, so 4 dice. Let's see what happens. Difficulty?
Standard.
I'll spend willpower point number 2.
Okay.
4 successes. And Celtic folklore applies, so I got 3, 4, 5, 6 successes.
He is definitely giving you. There's a specific word for it. It's called the Finva. It's called the Fingach, or the Finvach, which is essentially the bow of measuring. He is measuring your response to the bow, and he is seeing, will you bow lower to him than he bowed to you?
So basically, I gotta guess how badass this guy is.
Essentially, yes.
And my granny is not going to help me.
No, you almost get the distinct impression she is slightly off to the left eating popcorn.
He'll because this is the okay. He'll take the gamble and says since this is a place of the dead, then no matter how much you respect them, the dead will always be the bosses here. So he will bow lower.
The figure straightens itself and it smiles with that very, very skeletal grin that's almost etched onto its face, but it doesn't say anything.
This is the part where I wait for it to talk first, right?
It doesn't. Remember, you were the one who sent out the call.
Yes. Thank you for coming.
Ah, yes. I'm curious why it is that you let out such a sweet, silent song for me to follow.
Where I come from, those past need someone, an advocate, to speak for them, to help them, and I've come to the let those past here know that I'm here.
Where are my manners? You shall have to, I pray, forgive me. My name is Finvara, chief member of the Artificers Guild of the Necropolis of Dublin.
You honor me, sir.
No, not at all. It is you who honor me by remembering the old ways. Many people forget them, many people choose to not remember. But you seem to have knowledge. Knowledge of what's been forgotten by many.
Can't know where you're going if you don't know where you're from.
And where is it that you are from?
I'll not insult your intelligence, sir.
So, you wish to announce yourself?
I am her son. Yes, I am her child. Gone to the castle, heard her call, trained in her ways.
You hear the call, speak the call, To hear the old words made new in lips uncracked, unbroken by time, unbled. Fascinating. And so now that your call has been heard, what now, noble seeker of an ancient truth?
Now begins the work, sir.
Work, yes. You who seek to shepherd the dead, am I right?
No, sir. Shepherds controlling, corralling. Them's is gone past, have their own world. That world sometimes touches this one, and there are those that see that world and respect it, would not have them misused, harmed, or mistreated. I am an ally, not a master.
Then you may be of some use. Come now, I may have a task for you, if it is that you truly wish friendship.
It's all that my kind ever have.
Hmm.
I had a character like Dream Speaker.
I know. Hmm. You see him contemplate as he taps one bony finger on the skull-like face, and then he will say, "Not far from here, within this city still, there's one who keeps many of us in chains for his own amusement. Unfortunately, this I do not care about overly. However, he's taken onto him recently my apprentice. I'd like her returned."
I know from whom you speak. I know of whom you speak.
Yes. If you can do this for me, I would be grateful.
I can but try.
Good. Then we shall see the measure of the old ways made new, and the new face that would have us speak friend. Oh, we shall see. We shall see. At
Your
which point,
token. He looks at us. Sir, your token.
yes. Hmm. He
It
will reach.
he goes, will it be marked in soul or in flesh?
For now, it will be marked in soul. He will say. He will remove a coin from his pocket that is made from what you can see to be made of black iron.
Mm-hmm.
It has an odd iconographical glyph on it that looks to be kind of Ogham, you'd say, probably.
Mm.
And he will place it into your hand. As it touches you, you feel all of the warmth sapped away from your skin, literally just in your hand. Your hand almost goes numb holding it for a split second before the warmth returns.
Mm-hmm.
And he will say, "A token given. When it is that your task is done, snap that in two, and I will return."
Aye, sir.
Hmm. Very good then. We shall see what we shall see. With that, he will turn, and as he does so, you'll see his already translucent frame simply evaporate into whatever surround. It seems to evaporate into mist, perhaps, before he is simply gone. A few minutes later, you'll see the wraiths start to reappear at the grave sites, etc.
Like that was just a dumb, powerful wraith that you showed up, wasn't it?
It was the head of one of the major guilds and one of the largest necropolises in Europe. So you work that out.
Yeah.
Also, do you want to roll me a intelligence esoterica check on the name?
Mm, intelligent esoterica. I bet I don't even have those skills. Oh, I got a 3. So 5 dice. Let's see what happens. Difficulty?
Standard.
She says it.
Finvara was one of the Celtic gods of the dead.
Shite.
And he was considered to be one of the kings of one of the underworlds.
Shite.
Obviously, you think that this wraith has probably just adapted the name, but if it's any indication that he could keep the name, there you go.
So, but okay, so I can't say I work in the name of. That'd be putting words in his mouth, right?
Yes.
Okay. Fuck me. So can I see this coin? Like it's a physical coin, right?
Yes, when it left his hand and when it touched yours, it became a physical object.
This dude's stupid powerful. Most wraiths can't do that. Yeah.
There are certain arcanoid that let them do that.
Yeah, like dumb levels.
Yes.
That's some stupid. Was it Moli? Is that Moliate?
I believe it is. Yeah, that's Molly 5.
Not saying it. Did a little racing. He prepares his his. If he was a samurai right now, he would write his poem.
Yeah, because essentially, actually, that was two powers. That was Molly 5, which basically let him change the corpus into the coin, and then it was Embody that let him create the actual coin proper.
Yeah, he runs it over his fingers. It's still like ice cold and silly, but he puts it in his pocket like an idiot, and and he goes. Was that Carpe Noctem? Is that it?
Yeah, are you actually going to go to the devil's lair?
Yeah, that asshole Irishman. I got to give him his gun back.
It's not like you have a major enemies flaw with him or anything.
I mean, I'm sure. Do you know any Scottish word? I mean, my grandma is waiting for me to not be a punk right now.
I mean, are you gonna disappoint Graham?
No, I'm willing to die. I don't care. I'm making a character.
You already have a backup concept in mind, don't you?
I have to. I do dumb stuff by myself.
What,
I have,
also
huh?
known as playing mage.
Yeah, I have no friends.
I feel like I should be giving you some. All right. As you walk to the door of it's Carpe Infernum, by the way. He had another club called Carpe Noctem, but you will basically see the bouncer out front who gives you the up and down look, and he says, "Name."
Duncan Campbell.
You don't appear to be on the list, sir.
I'm sure if you tell himself that there's an angry Scotsman here to see him, that he'll probably come outside and try and kill me himself.
He'll kind of look you up and down. He says, "You got some kind of death wish."
No, I got some kind of death orders.
He will walk.
Is this guy English?
You'd assume so, yeah.
Yes. I'll say it in words you understand. Won't you nip off? English.
Oh, right. I better go do that then. But before I do... Hey, Marcus, would you like to dodge?
What is this dodge that you speak of?
Well, he is punching you in the face.
I don't want to get punched in the face. I really don't. Because this guy's probably... Why are people trying to punch me already?
Because you were being an ass.
I am not. I will do snake step because that's what you do when you have a bunch of dots in martial arts.
Let's see how good he does. He casts punch. He casts punch with 2 successes.
Oh my god. I will split my dice pool because I'm a dick. I have 10 dice. I will roll 5 to move out the way and 5 to beat his ass. 5 dice. So normally my dodge would only be 5 dice, but because I'm snake stepping, it's 8 at difficulty 3.
I see what you did there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'd laugh if you failed. I really would.
I would too. Oh shit! I got 5 successes to move out the way.
You become the wind very briefly. Continue with your assault upon his person.
Yay for nerve strike, which means I kick him right in the junk.
Okay.
Because that's how that works. Okay. All right. So, because my martial arts difficulties are reduced by two. Be 7. So it starts at 7. So 6, 5. So I roll 5 dice at difficulty 5 and attempt a nerve pressure point strike targeting a vital location. If I get 3 successes to hit, then the opponent must make a stamina roll diff 8 or else be stunned on the next turn.
Okay.
Which will make him a sad panda. Oh, look, who's aggressive?
Does this do damage or does it not?
Oh, it does damage. It does. Let me see. Strength plus 3. That's 2. So it does 5 damage. 5 plus successes.
Okay.
So, did he move out the way?
No.
Okay, so 8 plus. So 8 d10. Let's see what happens. One success.
It feels like you're kicking solid meat, which is a rather interesting life perspective, really. But hang on, I need to make him a stamina roll.
Diff 8.
I'm aware of that. He looks up at you as you nail him in the crotch, and kind of just gives you a weird smile. I'll also roll to soak that bashing. He soaked the bashing.
So he is not impressed, basically.
No. What's the matter? You hit like a fucking pussy.
Well, I didn't want to kill you in English.
Oh, my. What do we seem to have out here? Are boys being boys, I guess, maybe. There you go.
Great. You got double trouble. Amazing.
So, to what do I owe this rather dubious pleasure?
is tomfoolery still trying to punch me in the face?
No.
You don't like me. I know that. I came to bring your property back.
I take it that you remove the gun.
Yeah.
Oh my. You came all this way to give me back a pistol.
No. I'll be honest. You are a necromancer.
No, dear. I'm the necromancer.
Well, there's folks that you should take, and there's folks you shouldn't. And you done fucked up.
Right. You're not exactly being exact in that, are you?
You've taken Finvar's assistant.
Oh, that pompous piece of ectoplasmic filth. So, what is it of yours? What is this to you?
I'm the advocate.
So wait, you mean to tell me that Finvara sent an entity who I openly dislike simply because of the fact that he is a vestige remnant of something that is no longer pertinent in modern society, and expects me to actively deal with him on any kind of serious basis?
I don't think he expects anything but you to try and kill me, or the words have to be spoken. There's things have to be observed.
Right. So why should I give up what is now my property to someone, as I pointed out, who I vehemently dislike? As a matter of fact, the only reason that you're still alive is because I'm not exactly sure I could kill you without the rest of the traditions finding out and it causing a stir.
Because as much as you hate me, you want to continue to live comfortably doing the things that you do. Is it really worth it? This feather in your cap?
Feather in my cap. That's an interesting choice of words. Feather in my cap. Now then. Let me think about it.
You're going to do something magical and hurt me, aren't you?
No. As I said, if I wanted to do something magical, you know what? You know what? You know what? I'll give you the ghost. He snaps his fingers, and you basically see a tiny chain form from a ring on his hand. And he yanks the chain, at which point you start to see the chain recoil, kind of like almost like it's a cord from a vacuum cleaner being sucked into the ring really quickly. She'll be here momentarily. All you have to do is ask me, very nicely, on your hands and knees where you belong.
For a moment, just for a moment, he imagines eviscerating this guy.
I'll think about your response, Marcus. I'll be back in just 2 seconds. I just have to put some fuel on the fire. Got to keep, the castle heated, or else I die of cold.
It is made of big and old. Yes, please.
And I'm back.
All right.
So, what will it be?
You said you'd give me the ghost, not the one I'm talking about specifically.
I'm not in for that whole fucking fairy word game. I'll give you the ghost you're after. Just so long as you get down on your hands and knees and say, "Please, Mr. Gravedigger, won't you give it to me?"
You can swear on the darkness that hides all things, your words be true.
I swear on the night that's always coming and the night that has just been, today, tomorrow, and all of the places, that what I say is the truth.
That that the words you said were the truth, not what you say. You may not be in for it, but they are.
That what I have said is the truth.
Under his breath, he says in Celtic, which he probably understands because he's Gravedigger and made of magic. in Scott's Celtic, he goes, and may the kindly ones observe this deal.
May they fucking observe you down on your knees like the little twazzock that you are. Do you have no pride? Kneeling before the English?
Don, you said that the duty was more important than everything else.
That doesn't mean I'm allowed. That doesn't mean I'm not allowed to get upset. Me only grandson behaving like a painted harlot.
He takes a deep breath, spends a willpower point. That's 4, by the way. I only have 5. And he re-swears the oath that the Scots that her children take to to ally with the dead and work with the dead.
Mm-hmm.
Then he kneels and says, "Please, Mr. Gravedigger."
Oh, right. Very well then. Just as he says, very well then, the chain stops. You see a female figure briefly appear, shimmering beside him, before the chain around her neck shatters. The collar that she is wearing breaks. She is then banished as if she is pushed back by a great gust of wind, with a slight shriek. And Gravedigger will say, "Deal is done."
I don't know what he did, do I?
Not a fucking clue.
As per his instructions, he thinks he did right. He doesn't know. My character doesn't know, so he breaks the coin that he's been holding in his hand. Has been cutting into it.
Very briefly, you get the feeling that you are not stood there alone until you hear a kind of a very low, contemplative tone say, "Acceptable, acceptable." You can consider it that I owe you a favor, guardian of the dead. And when it comes time, you but have to call out my name, and I'll answer the favor. Not only that, but I'll have it be known far and wide that you are a friend to those who no longer draw breath.
He doesn't say thank you out of character because that's never good. Never say thank you. He goes, so shall it be.
Now get out of here. You're mussing up my style, Scots boy.
One day, English. One day.
Or when you actually grow a pair.
You see, one thing I understand that you don't is that you're needed.
Well, we shall see, won't we?
We shall. Necromancer.
To think, just as you're walking away, he'll say, to think that you're Joshua Campbell's nephew.
How do you know me, uncle?
You called me a necromancer. Your uncle was more prolific than I ever was.
You'll not gainsay me, clansman.
I'm speaking truth, you thick lout.
There's no Campbell worth the salt. What took the oath, what stood in the castle would be a necromancer.
Really? How much you don't know about those people who took oaths, neath hallowed roofs, and spoke ancient words, and yet treated them as if they were dirt rolling off the tongue.
A man does that has no honor, has no clan.
And yet, Gravedigger says as he turns and walks towards the door of his club, you have his book.
Why would you wound me so, Englishman?
A wound. A wound. I hope it festers and bleeds. With that, the door will close behind him.
Of course, Duncan, sad that he is, like, leans against the wall and, like, starts crying.
And on Duncan's emo moment, we shall conclude our scene. Thank you, player, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another scene in Darkness in Dublin. Have a pleasant evening.